Well, in that case, shall we play some Denizens?
Yeah.
Yeah. Episode 17. Creeping up on the last episode. Before we take our break. So let's start off the way you normally do. It's a regular. Do you want to crack out the old D6 there and see what you can do?
Well, bad feeling. Oh, 5.
5. Okay, I'm just going to plump it onto the map. Boop. Ooh, zoom out a bit. It's massive. Stick it in the house there.
Over that side, we can see that.
Can you see that all right? It's not barriered or anything?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I never remember how I set up the map. Right, Jabir, do you want to have a go? Roll a d6. I'll take a 6, thank you. 5.
Let's go 5.
1.
Another 5. 2 for you then. In that case, yeah, you know, you're my not quite last, but best hope. Please roll a 6 for us, if you don't mind, Charles. 4.
Hey.
Let me down again. Second week running. Right. Ragrut.
No pressure, Ragrat.
Redeem yourself. Yes!
No, come on. One job.
Sorry.
I'll take it. Now let's see if I can roll
Damn
a
it.
6 for myself for once in my life. 4. No,
Oh.
you get that one.
Oh, excellent.
4. 1. Just get that set up. So last time you had managed to reach the last outpost where you are intent on purchasing or bargaining for a set of magical black meteoric iron knuckle dusters to be made so that the whole crew has a magical weapon each of some kind. So that you are in the best position in terms of travelling to Mordor, which is what you know Laeglin has in store for you. He claims that he's left something at his old boss's office and he wants you to go and pick it up for him.
Travel mug.
Left my slippers in Barad-dûr. Can you go and just nip and get them? So you met the outcast bandits, this ragtag mix and match group of ogres like Needle-Nose Pliers and Ophok, and the yam farmer and the mercenary with a silly hat. And of course, H.P. Lovecraft, who's the boss of the forge. And you struck a deal with him that you would go and rid them of their elf problem in return for ingots of black iron to be smelted and made into enchanted knuckle dusters. And you've got some loaners in the meantime. And you played a game of Vantion. And lost everything. Your shirts, and your tridents. You emptied your pockets of all the crap you've been carrying around for the last 20 odd sessions. Fun was had by all. It's probably at this point that finally the captain returns from his extended use of the Kazi, and he arrives to find you all sitting around having a jolly old time. You're having a meal that's been prepared by your sous chef Kellogg Ramsay, and they've broken open some barrels of fine ale, and you're enjoying that as well. Maybe playing another hand of cards, but this one with slightly less tension involved, because that yam farmer is going to make the same mistake again. And the captain, who's wearing a tricorn hat and a wig, apparently, he stomps in and sort of kicks the mud off his boots and looks around you all and sees that this is all a very calm, relaxed atmosphere, so he stops panicking. Looks around and says, he recognises your jacket? A Tarigna, maybe?
Tutti frutti on the back. Spikes, silver spikes.
The Tutti de Capi de Frutti. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he says, visitors from the Black Tower, I presume?
Yeah.
My name's Flanders, and he sticks out his hand.
I'll
Hello.
shake his hand.
Well,
Power over him and shake his hand. How tall is he? Am I taller than him?
Oh, he's 5'1". He's got a Napoleon complex.
Oh yeah.
Mm,
Yeah. Shake his hand.
well, welcome to the Last Outpost. I see you've made yourself comfortable. No doubt you've been welcomed by Master Lovecraft.
That's right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, very good, very good. And he sort of...
Why did he tell us that we had to speak to the captain? What was that about? Was that
he
about
knows
the elves?
about the elves, yeah.
Okay. Then I'll say to him, we've come to kill your elves. Where are they?
He looks mildly surprised. Yes, they are about a mile and a half or so. Their little tawdry village is located. I can certainly point you in the right direction. Lead you there, if necessary. If that's the deal.
Okay. Yes, come on then. Seem to have spent an awfully long time in the Kazi. They're ages waiting for you.
All night.
What are you doing in there?
Never you mind, he says.
Well, come on.
It's a
What to
personal
do?
matter. I don't wish to talk about my complaint. Says, of course, yes, you prefer the night time, don't you? He sighs.
Yeah.
Well,
Don't like the brightness much.
I'll lead you towards the elf path, and that will set you on the right route. Once we reach the elf path, you can't go wrong, he says.
Right.
Right.
And he encourages you all to gather up whatever you need. Chef Ramsay says, do you mind if I stay here? I've got some washing up to do. It's crazy, and I don't particularly want to see any elves.
Of course. We'll need feeding when we get back anyway.
I'll have something ready to rustle. How about a barbecue?
Oh,
yeah.
very splendid.
What's a barbecue?
We put meat on the fire.
Oh. Yeah, that'll do.
Grilled meats.
Regular cooking, really.
I could do the pork choppers. Barbecued style.
Pork chopper!
Yes.
I love a pork chopper.
Very good. I'll have it all ready to go when you come back. If you happen to see any rabbits or deer or anything that maybe...
Elves?
Elves, yes. Fresh, crispy elves.
Oh, elf rib. Rib of elf.
Hell yeah. Yeah, hell yeah.
We'll do what we can.
Excellent. And so you assemble everything that you need, and you, the captain takes the lead. He goes on ahead, and he has a lantern to sort of like light his way, because he, unlike you, he hasn't got dark sense. And you find
On the way, can he just tell us everything that he knows about the elves' village and, you know, how many of them there are and blah, blah, blah. Any information we can get out of him to help us when we get there.
He'll fill you in on what he can tell you about the elf village as he leads you through the forest. He says there are 3 elven... It's a tiny little outpost, really, on the borders of the elves' territory. 3 buildings, and normally there are about half a dozen elves maximum at this warden outpost. He's never encountered any more than 6 at the maximum, sometimes even less, you know, and it's a spot where the wardens of the forest, you know, take their rest and sort of like recuperate, share their meals. There's a couple of watch posts. That's pretty much all he knows. He says we don't spend an awful lot of time there, obviously, for good reasons. They don't care for us at all. We're outcasts and pretty much wanted by them. When they come across us in the forest, if we happen to cross their trail, then we pretty much have to fight to stay alive, or run away from them, or a bit of both. Lost quite a few of our number to them. If they don't like us at all, they'll just hunt us down, pretty much. And the leader of these elves is one called Camthalion. He has a twin brother, Arathalion. I mean, they're wardens, woodsmen, rangers. They're deadly with a bow. They're pretty difficult to spot if they're hiding. They know the woods inside out. I can't think of anything else really to tell you, says the captain.
Okay.
Now, their camp is on the other side of a stream, not enchanted, he points out. There is a little bridge that crosses it, and then you have to take a ladder up the cliff edge, or climb the cliff. So that's one of the bad sides, is that they are all raised up in their little encampment and they keep a constant watch, so you have to be mindful of that. I mean, you could come, I'll show you different options, but you could try circling in from the northwest and coming from the back of their encampment, but that means you'll be making your way through some pretty intensive forests. Run the risk of being a bit noisy, but it's probably better than trying to come up over the cliff and over the bridge.
Okay.
After a couple of hours of walking through the forest, he's a bit slow because, like I say, he hasn't got dark sense, so he's reliant on his lantern, but he knows the paths well and the tracks, and he mostly keeps you off beaten tracks, but eventually he reaches a discernible path, a trail through the forest. And he tells you that this is one of the outermost Warden's elf paths. And you can see it splits in two. One that heads off almost due north. And he says if you follow this trail, you'll end up looping around. It will take you a couple of hours, and then you'll come in from the northwest side, from the rear. It's a long old haul. It's quite arduous. If you take this trail and he indicates the other one that sort of like loops more sort of like lazily eastwards and then slowly turns north, you'll come in from the south side and you'll have to cross the stream and climb up the cliff.
We'll go round the rear then. We're gonna have to be sneaky.
It would be
Of course we
difficult to
can.
be sneaky, but you'll have to be.
We'll be fine.
Ah,
How
Well, I
tall is the cliff?
It is a good 40 feet. And they do have this long ladder, which is in situ.
I suppose that'd be good for you three, but not me.
Yeah.
Wouldn't take your weight, he says. I'm sorry. I mean,
I think we're gonna have to go the rear, aren't we?
well then, stick to this fork, stick to this trail. Don't go off the trail. Keep on the main trail. There are a couple of little branches that lead off it, but you'll know the difference between the main trail and any smaller ones. It will be a couple of hours. It will be tough going, but it will loop you round to the northwest of their encampment, and you'll come up on top of the escarpments. So you'll be coming in. You'll be looping around up a gradual gradient. I wish you all the best.
All right. Come on then. Leave him. Walk off.
And wave goodbye.
Do you want me to sneak ahead, Master?
Yes, go on.
Okay, I'll do a bit stealth.
Better be
stealth.
quiet. Hey, listen, you better be quiet. Don't get us caught. And I'll assist you with an intimidation check.
Okay,
Okay.
right.
Don't
So
make any fucking noise there.
Let's
I'm
make
gonna
the stealth
synergise.
roll closer
Oh, I
to when you're coming in closer to the camp. So
okay,
it's challenging territory. So it's minus 20 to difficulty checks. Skill checks.
am I doing this now or in a bit?
Yeah, do it now. We're just going to cutscene all the way there.
Yeah. So I'll give you a D10 for an intimidation. Okay.
So that minus 20 is hard.
Yeah,
So it's hard.
it is hard.
Um,
Hard work.
Okay, so I'm gonna use the thingy.
All right, I'll put
The
them
pot.
in here. Yeah, you've got the tokens there, so go ahead.
You can synergize though. Don't forget.
Yep, I'm synergizing my coordination. So that's... Yeah, that's right.
Jesus. Shut
And
up.
again. I'm just really thinking about it really hard to get my little brain into the right frame of mind. And I will get there in the end.
There's lots of briars, and you just find yourself getting occasionally caught up and tangled, so you have to stop and, de-snag yourself.
The snagger myself.
Oh,
What's gonna come
That's
first?
like...
Oh my God.
Great failure or a success?
Definitely a success. Come on, Regret.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
we're going for a new record.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's closer. It's getting closer.
Yeah.
See, the first one was the
The
closest.
first one was it.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Yay!
Oh.
Awesome. We just ruined the stealth by all cheering that we couldn't hear.
Alrighty. So, I mean, Ragrut is gone for a very long time. And I think all these fails until you eventually succeed, thanks to your... What's the name of that talent? It's something like amazing bastard or something.
Magnificent bastard.
Represents you, stopping, disentangling yourself, having to reconsider routes and just be constantly changing approach. And this forest is incredibly dense, and you eventually find yourself coming out towards the rear of this encampment. And I guess you would see that there are 3 buildings. Dog shake. 3 buildings. And there's the 2 buildings that you come out closest to. Fortunately for you, you're in amongst an awful lot of bushes, shrubs and trees, so you're very, very well hidden. But there's a building to your right which looks to be sort of like a rather grand meeting hall and is all closed up. It's dark, there's no signs of light or life. The building immediately to your left looks like a sleeping hall by the other hand. You just catch the glimmer of flame from within, and you can see sort of like rows of beds with tall bed frames. They're all 4-poster type ones, very elegantly appointed. No signs of anyone resting in those beds from what you can see. Up ahead there's a 3rd building which is towards the edge of the cliff, and you can hear the sounds of merrymaking, elven voices singing tra-la-la, fa-di-la, di-di-la-la-la-la.
Ooh, says
having a jolly old sing-song, and they seem to be having a jolly. So it's the middle of the night, obviously, but they seem to be having a bit of a shindig together. You can't see anyone patrolling around outside, but you don't put it past them. You remember the Captain Flanders, Ned, of course, Flanders, said that they were incredibly stealthy, and if they didn't want to be detected, you wouldn't be able to detect them. So, as far as you can tell, no one patrolling, but you're suspicious of whether that's simply them being incredibly hard to hear and see, as you know elves can be.
Can I judge how many are doing the old folderol singing?
Probably 3 or 4, judging from the voices. One of which might be female. It's high pitched.
Okay.
I tell you what, actually, make a folklore roll.
Okay. Wow.
Holy shit.
Got no idea how many. There's about 200 of them.
It's not so much that, it's that you were sort of like trying to... You're confident of the numbers. It's that you were trying to make sense of the song they were singing. And had you been slightly less than...
Shit.
Utterly awful, I might have given you some tasty tidbit about the song that was being sung, but I can't now. You're pretty convinced it's a song about orc murdering and how elves love to slaughter all orcs. Orcs are there, It must be a sort of. You must hear it as a sort of like dark wave, dark metal grunge version of folk singing, or something like. What's that band that does sort of like rock opera but dark metal version? What are they called?
I don't know, 9 Inch Nails or something like that.
That's not who I was thinking of, but I'll take it. Yeah, so they are doing a 9 Inch Nails version of Slaughter All the Orcs. Fa la 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 la.
It's horrible.
It is quite awful. Yeah.
If I was close enough, I can speak Elvish.
Indeed, you can, but
I'm not close enough, am I?
no. Ragra is scouting alone up ahead as he is wont to do.
Okay, so I'll have another look around.
Do you wanna
Really
make it-
scrutinise.
Yeah. Let's remember to do a scrutinise test rather than run back straight away.
Yes. Right, find my scrutinise. I will synergise with my awareness. Oh, look at that.
Hell
Great
yeah,
success.
well done.
Okay. Then, I would say that you notice that there probably are elf guards around, elven rangers. Not because you've seen one, but because you see leant up against one of the buildings. There is a long, recurved composite bow and a quiver of arrows that clearly one of the rangers has, just set down for a moment and is planning on coming back to. So you know that there are elven rangers out and about outside as well as singing this dreadful song indoors.
Okay, so if I think there's like 3 or 4 inside, there's going to be 2 or 3 outside, basically.
About the numbers that Ned Flanders said there would be.
Okay. I guess. Now's probably the best time to sneak back then and report what I found.
Absolutely so, although from your position where you are at the moment, sort of squatting in a bush, you're only about 30 feet away from where that bow and quiver is. There doesn't appear to be any of the others around. You could nick it.
I was
just
thinking
saying.
about that.
I'm just saying. But it does mean you have to go out into the open between the two buildings.
And my current stealth roll holds for that, does it?
When you come out of the trees, it will be routine.
Do I have to roll again?
You'd have to roll again, yeah, but it would be routine, not at the -20.
Okay. All right, I'll have a go.
Go on.
Big
All right,
bow.
So I'm going to synergize my coordination again.
Okay.
So routine is... Right, I've got it on routine.
That's 10. Woo!
Oh yeah.
Alright, yeah. So, you sneak out of the bushes and keep close to the eaves of one of the two buildings, so in its deep shadow, just with the glimmer of the firelight issuing forth from the building in front of you, and you sneak up to where this recurved bow has just been propped up against the side of the building, and next to it is this quiver of arrows, and you're able just to place your hands on it. Pause for a moment, all senses tingling with anticipation that you're going to be caught at any second. But you hear and see nothing, and you can steal your way back into the forest if you wish.
Yes, please.
Excellent. I'm going to have to knock off that guy's bow and arrows now.
Just gone from P. He's out of his elven Kazi. He's like, oh, where's my arrows?
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so you make your way back. It's pretty hard work again because you're constantly having to, and I'll keep that stealth roll that you've rolled previously for the more challenging terrain.
Yeah, took me long enough.
Yeah, so it took you 700 attempts to get there. So right old grind getting back, and the forest just seems to want to keep hold of you. It's there's constantly things that you have to step over and trip up and batter your way past. Eventually you wind your way back down, and you come across where Jabir, Charles and Tarigna are impatiently, I imagine, waiting for your return.
Well, I'll just kind of chuck the bow and arrow at them. Got this.
Nice.
It's really hard work getting through there. They're going to hear us because you lot can't be quiet.
Fair.
I'm thinking maybe I should just sneak back in. You lot can just blunder through. I can sneak back in, and I'll explain to them about the singing elves. Maybe I could try and set one of their buildings on fire or something, and then
Maybe you could wedge the door shut, lock them in. The singing
I can do
ones.
that. Yeah, mind you,
And
they
set it
might.
on fire.
They'll know that I'm there now, that someone's there, because I've stolen a bow and arrow.
And maybe they think they're just mislated.
There's one thing I know about elves, they're not stupid.
Well,
Maybe they are stinky.
we have to go anyway. Sooner or later, they're
Right.
going to know we're here. So, yeah, go on up ahead. Maybe we should just all split up, go our own way, because like you say, we're all going to probably, if by fluke somebody out of us doesn't make a racket, but the rest of us probably.
I think I'm going to try and stealth it again.
Yeah.
And by the time you get there and start fighting with them, I could maybe sneak up on one and jump on and put him in a headlock, which is one of those, what do you call them?
Perilous stunt.
Perilous
Yeah, hell
stunt. And then they literally can't escape from... If I put them in a headlock, they can't escape or do anything.
Yeah, cool. Okay.
So I
Maybe you
let
could
them go.
lure one of them out. Out here. We'll be fine. Come on, let's go. You're on.
Yeah, let's just do it.
Yeah, come on. I've stood around ages waiting for you, Ragrod. I can't stand
Too
anymore.
much planning.
I'm getting dead legs.
Can't have too
Yeah,
much
let's-
planning.
I'm going to try and sneak, but see what happens.
All right then. So
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
everyone should try and sneak.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to split up from the rest of the party a little way, just so that, like I say, hopefully, even if some of us get noticed, not all of us will.
All right. So it's a minus
So-
20 stealth test. There's a few tokens.
Okay,
in
we can
the pot there.
synergize. like survival or whatever, but then make a minus.
It's on hard.
Hard, okay.
So is everyone going to try?
We'll try 'em. Hell yeah, go on, Jabir.
No, I'll use one of my own personal.
Sure, because you can't spam it, can you? If you use your own, and you spam the pot one.
That's true. But if I use all the pot ones, then they're all used.
Yeah, but the elves will use them, and then we'll get them back.
Okay, that's a good point. All right. Okay, so I'm going to use a fate point and roll it again. So is everyone passed apart from me? Oh no. Charles.
Chuck is also
flailing around.
Potentially
He's
about
singing
to
the
make
Elvish
a massive
song.
noise.
Is it this song? La 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 la.
Bloody hell.
Oh, God's sake, here we go.
I might go and put the kettle on. Get me there.
No, it's alright, it's alright. Come back. Just Charles then.
Just Charles then.
Unless you want to try and re-roll it, Charles. 28% though, Jesus.
Pretty low, isn't it?
Yeah.
You could be the lure.
Yeah, you're the lure, you know what I mean? If they
lure,
come for you,
yeah.
we'll be able to...
Yeah. In that case, you know, if you're going to like leverage Charles as a bit of a lure, then that kind of implies that he kind of is maybe more at the front, so to speak, sort of like ventured off first. Does that sound reasonable?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we're more like... I were thinking we were all going sort of side by side, but spreading out. So I don't think Charles would be way off in front.
It might like
that we'd be sort of...
better if he was behind us, really, because then they'd have to pass us to get to him.
I guess, yeah, but then we don't know he's going to be noisy until he's noisy, so...
Yeah, it's not conveniently noisy on cue when you're all lined up parallel.
Maybe he is. Maybe that's why he's made a
Or
racket.
maybe he is. We don't know.
Again.
We're in a vaguely parallel. We're vaguely parallel,
Yeah.
but we're not organised enough to be completely
No, you're
parallel.
trying to keep an eye on each other, but it is all a bit haphazard. And I think it's sort of like fair to say that at one point, I mean, and also you're all trying to be stealthy and hide.
Yeah.
So you're not all, and a lot of you are being successful at that. Clearly, from all your sort of like successes. So hard if you're being properly stealthy, then it's hard to see each other as well. Except for you do hear Charles at one point. And what happens, Charles, is that I mean, you're making your way really quietly through the forest. It's deathly quiet. There's just barely a glimmer of moonlight, and then you suddenly start to catch sight of some artificial light, torchlight. So you sort of stop and hunker down. You can't hear anybody else because they're all being bloody quiet. You just occasionally hear, the blatter of rain in a squall, sort of like hitting a bush. As it's intermittently raining, or movement, but then you see a sort of animal scampering away. It's not large enough to be one of your compatriots. And aware that there is seeing this glimmering firelight, you start to continue creeping forwards, and you're creeping forwards, and then you're you suddenly become aware of something hard underneath your right foot, and just as you put all your weight onto it, and then you hear bells clanging. You seem to have stepped on some kind of trigger plate. And you look around and see that there are strings vibrating, and hanging up are bells, hanging off the branches. Meanwhile, the rest of you, in all your various positions, hear the sound of tinkling bells going off. Probably about 40, 50 feet from where you are.
Shut up!
Too late now.
Just take the elven bow after all that. If you got it, Ragnarok, can you use it?
I just chucked it on the floor because it was so big and heavy. I was fed up with carrying it.
Hauling it
Nobody
around.
bothered to pick it up.
No.
What bow is it, Steve? I've got a hunting bow. If it's better than that, I'd trade it out unless somebody else wants it.
Yeah, it's a better bow. Hang on. What's the bow that you've got, Jabir? You've got the
Composite, yeah.
Yeah, it's a composite
It is
bow.
much better.
Yeah.
But it is
is
a
it?
martial ranged.
Oh yeah, that's no for me, is it? No, I don't have a rank, so it's flip to fail. Martial ranged.
Yeah, much
Fine.
heavier pull.
Yeah. Well, we'll leave it there and maybe get it. But I might take the arrows. Are the arrows better, or are arrows no different? It's the bow that makes the damage.
It's
or
the bow
whatever.
that makes the difference. The arrows are
Right.
fine, good quality, light. Very neatly fletched,
Sure.
unlike orc arrows, where someone sort
Yeah.
of like sticks the arse of a bird onto the back, and that will do. Now, these
Right, I
bells.
might take a handful of arrows then.
Fair enough.
I'll
Then you
leave
can
the bow there.
resupply your arrows.
Yeah.
You've stepped on something underneath the first inch or two of layer of soil and leaves. You can feel it hard underfoot. Some kind of trigger plate. These bells are jangling up above you. Charles, what do you want to do?
Head off. And maybe I'll roll a Geas.
You're going to instantly cast a defensive spell and whip up the
I think
winds
that
of
might be
protection
wise.
around you. Yeah, it could well be wise. Yeah. Do you want to cast a Geas? If you could.
It's like Shield of Air.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
You could put a couple of. You could burn some AP onto it and cast it at plus 20. If you wanted.
Right, so
I would recommend strongly that you do that.
do I just go to a Geas?
Yeah, you can cast it direct from the spell and cast it at the next level. So we cast it at plus 20. Easy.
I think it's either routine or easy. I think it's routine.
Routine's plus 10, isn't it? So it should be easy.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I can't remember.
I remember the numbers. I don't remember the names.
Yeah.
So I go to Aegeus
Yeah.
and just press it.
I think you can just click the name Aegeus. Otherwise, you can roll it from incantation.
Yeah, because it's not doing anything straight from.
I can't remember. You're the spellcaster. I don't cast.
Yeah, I think it must be incantation.
Yeah, cast
Been
it
a while
from
since
main.
I've done it.
This is you've,
So,
yeah, cast. From incantation.
there it is.
Nice.
So, it's not standard, is it? It's,
No, it's routine, and then the next
Routine.
one above that. That's better.
One below that. It'd be below that, wouldn't it?
Or below it.
Yeah, easy.
Easy. See,
Yeah.
that's right. Easy.
Easy.
And I can synergize with my education.
Absolutely, remembering all the official poses, the kanjikiri.
Remember now, I sneaked the books from the library.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yay! Oh, look at that. You're good at that.
Yeah. And fairly soon, the leaves start to sort of like swirl up, and as some of the leaves swirl up, so it sort of like forms that protective shell around you. So that means you can put the modifier into your damage threshold modifier, because you've got an extra bit of protection, haven't you? As the spell description indicates. But you also notice it shifts some of the leaves around your foot, and you can see that there is this dull metal plate, and you've depressed almost like a button into it, and it's clicked in. So you're not daft. You've seen traps before. There's some in Sangoroing even, and you've encountered them enough in your life to know that if you step off this plate, it will release the button back up, and that probably will trigger something else. You've triggered step 1, which is the dingly noise. It feels to you like there's step 2, some other element of this trap.
Okay. This doesn't sound good. I'll just stay where I am.
Stay where I am. Dingle, 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 dingle. The bells don't go on forever, because it's a little string pulley system, but they ring for quite a while. Now, what is the Tarigna, Jabir and Ragrut doing? You've heard these jingling bells.
I'm just going to wait.
All right.
Yeah, I think if I've heard, and I'm guess it's at least, even if I don't know it's Charles, I know it's one of us that's making a racket. So assuming that the bells are going to call somebody or alert somebody, I'm just going to be the same. I'm just going to keep an eye out, see if anyone turns up around.
Okay.
I'm gonna continue moving forward.
Of course. And continue doing so.
Amy, he's made the noise, so.
Okay, so you keep deftly moving forward, Jabir. You're a heavy fellow, but nevertheless, when you want to be, you can be enormously light-footed. As you continue to move forward, sort of like stealthily. And you're just waiting there, sort of like Charles. The dingling's kind of like died down. Can't hear anything else that sounds like anyone else right now. Although actually you could make an awareness roll if you wanted to.
Okay, how do I... The damage threshold has to go up by 3.
Yeah, there's a little box says mod underneath it. You can just put 3 in there and it'll push it up.
Oh yeah, it is. It's already in there.
From last time, just keep it there then.
Yeah. Awareness, yeah.
Yeah, I think awareness is the best one. Maybe synergize, scrutinize, or eavesdrop, if you want to particularly look or listen.
Awareness. I'll scrutinise.
You scrutinise, so you're keeping a really close watch
Yeah.
out. Excellent. This is going to be standard.
Standard, okay.
Yeah, it's made a bit harder by this tangle of trees and the darkness. You make a critical success.
Oh, nice.
So we need to calculate degrees of success. So 5 from 7 is 2, plus your perception bonus, which is 8, makes for 10. 1 from 3 is 2, plus there. Agility is 5. That's 7. Okay, so you just notice the shadow of Jabir Yetu about 10 feet away, and see the shadowy outline of the troll. Because his body is so huge, it blocks off a bit of starlight. It's the only reason you saw him. You recognise the curve of the cheek. That's all it is. So you've noticed him stealthing up. You haven't heard him. He's surprisingly light-footed. And actually, Jabir, do you want to roll an awareness? See if you note Giles Dickens. I mean, you've heard where these bells are coming from.
It's not far away from him.
No.
Would that be at standard, yeah?
Yeah, it's standard. And you can
Let's see what I got.
synergize, eavesdrop, or whatever. No, you didn't
Nope.
notice. No. So, I mean, you were vaguely carrying on in the direction, aware of where the bells were. So you knew you were getting closer to, but then the bells were also starting to fade off a little. So yeah, Charles, you can just see the shadow of the butt cheek of the troll. But he doesn't seem to have. He's not facing in your direction.
So I suppose I could call out to him.
You could risk that, yeah.
Well, they can already hear me. The elves must know we're here.
Do we twig that somebody's, even if, like I say, we don't know it's Charles, do we twig that it's a trap? Surely it must be like there's bells in the middle of the woods in the middle of the night.
Yeah, I think you're skilled and wily enough, having gone through enough combat and fought elves from time to time, to know this is the hallmarks of how guardians trap their environment.
Okay, so can we see if there's a way to disarm that trap?
Yeah, if you want to make your way over there, then you can do that.
Sure, I'll do that. I don't know what I can do about it, but yeah, I'll sneak a bit closer and see what Charles looks like, and
All right, we'll keep your stealth
see what's happened.
from last time going.
Sure.
And you start to make your way up. Yeah, I mean, if you want to go psst at the troll, Charles, yeah.
Jabir's just wandering off still, aren't you?
Yeah, because
Way off out.
Jabir's
I'm still just moving forward.
blithely unaware of you, and you see the shadow of his buttock starting to recede. If you don't call out now or do something to get his attention, Charles, he's just going to wander right past you.
I'll call out to him
All right.
reasonably softly.
Okay. What do you call out?
Well,
Ollie Ockenpecker.
Oi! Over here.
Oi. Yeah.
Come rescue me.
I guess I'll stop my trudge forward and look around. See if I can see Charles.
Yeah, now you turn around and look in the right direction, you can sort of see only about 10 feet or so away, slightly obscured by some branches of a low-hanging tree. Charles, stock still, stood on quite obvious the outlines of a trap, but he's of course got whirling leaves around him. And you can see there are tiny bells hanging in the branches of this tree.
Come on, rescue me.
I'm just very quickly looking. Do I have a fucking knife on me?
No.
Just lean your giant trident and get him to hang onto it and then fling him away from the trap.
I mean, yeah, I suppose I could do that. Use it as like a.
Grab onto this.
Flinger.
Yeah.
Yeah. You could
I was
going
going to just push him off it. I got
I mean, what's likely to happen is like a load of arrows going to fire from somewhere at him, or is the ground going to open up, or is there going to be like a man trap that traps his leg, or what?
All of the above, potentially. Thanks for all of those great ideas.
You know, I'll use the bullwhip and I'll like full extend it out and see if Charles can grab it.
So you're going to sort of use it like a rope.
Yeah, I haven't got a rope at the moment.
Fair enough. All right.
And pull me off.
Yeah. Can you make a coordination test to, use your whip in this way as a sort of rope? And you can be helped by Charles doing, some kind of agility test to grab it. So if you do a D10 dice, Lee, as you try and grab it as he tosses it towards you, and you do a coordination test, Jabir, if we get a success out of it, then you've achieved what you wanted. Do this at standard. Okay, so you could.
Hope you get a below a 5.
Yeah, let's see if you can get a. You need to catch. Well, we need a. Oh god.
Oh.
All right. So yeah, I mean, you sort of unfurl it, but misjudge it. Really, it's quite hard to sort of when you're not whipping it properly to get it to behave exactly the way that you want to. It's quite unpredictable in that sense, and you just find yourself having to pull the whip past as. Pull it back and have another go as Charles makes a clutch for it, but also you can't move too far because you're worried about taking your foot off this trigger plate. I'd say probably there's enough time for Utterigna and Ragrut to be approaching if that's what they want to do, because I remember Utterigna, you were advancing.
I'm not.
Well, my plan was to go over and disarm the trap, but
yes,
I can see this circus going on.
it is. It's a very
Into it.
okay.
What
So-
I'll do is, if I can see where the bells, can I tell where the bells were in the trees? I'll just snip the wire or whatever, snip the string, so all the bells fall down.
Won't that make more noise?
Yeah, but it won't keep making noise if they keep standing on it and arsing about.
If you make a successful scrutinise test, then you'll be able to see where all the connecting strings are and snip them in such a way that it stops the trap activating without causing the bells to ring, if you see what I mean.
Right, is it standard?
Standard.
Did I help? Well,
Okay.
No need.
You could. Well, yeah, I guess I'm just like on my own doing it. So.
Yeah, and you're a bit busy trying to catch a whip at the moment. I know that Ragrut is not approaching this dangerous situation, but what is Ragrut doing, just for contextual information for no reason?
I'm carrying on sneaking towards the Dreadful Song Hut.
All right.
And keeping my eyes peeled for any approaching owls.
As you get a bit closer, you're sneaking past your compatriots who are currently stuck in this tableau of trap disarming and whip catching. You continue to hear the sounds of the melodious elven singing, but you note that there seems to be one less voice. You don't hear the high-pitched squeaky one that you had before.
Right, okay, so I'm just going to kind of crouch down in a bush, watch and listen.
Okay. Do you want to have another crack at your whip throw, whip away?
Alright, I'll give it another shot, yeah.
Yeah, or you could change tack and do something else if you prefer.
I mean, the other thing that I've got is probably slightly better is the chains. Or the trident, so...
I think trying to slowly throw a chain is probably going to be even more difficult than slowly throwing a rope.
I suppose it'll be down to the trident using it like
Yeah, and
Utarigna disabled it though.
he's working on it. He's doing that right now. He's disabling
I've just got the bells.
the alarm bells. It's no
It's got the
guarantee.
bells,
He's disabling the other element of the trap that you fear is there.
Okay.
If you want to use your trident, then you can use a combat roll, but you're doing it without the intent of actually hitting Charles, but just getting it on target. Probably be easier than a coordination test. If you want, Jabir.
just a straight combat roll, yeah.
Yeah.
Standard or anything else?
Let's say routine, actually. I think it's a bit easier.
Fucking hell.
Apparently not, Jesus.
Stab him.
Could I help him?
Yeah, you can help him, because he's not stabbing you with it. He's
Oh no,
Jesus
neither.
Christ.
Fucking hell.
It's the right old circus. This is okay.
When I've disabled these bells, have I seen any other part of the trap?
Oh well, I'd like to take a scrutinise test, if you don't mind, and I'll take the same from Jabir, and I'll take the same from Charles for no reason. I'll take the same also from Ragnarok because you're keeping your eyes and ears peeled. Let's everyone do a scrutinise, synergise with what you like.
Okay.
At what level? Standard.
Standard, please. It's opposed. Nice. Success, success, success. The wall of green. Look at those single
Hey.
digit.
They
wins.
used those on the last one, but you know.
Yeah, that's what you could have done for either of those last two rolls. That would have been perfect, wouldn't it? But no.
I was looking forward to being flung across with the trident.
I was looking forward to that as well. I thought that would be quite jolly. But it wasn't to be. The dice have spoken. And they say no to flinging. Bum, 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 bum. So... that's 7, 6... can you tell me your degrees of success, please, everybody? So you take the first number.
What? A? Sorry.
So it's an opposed test, so it comes down. You've all been successful. The other, your opponent.
Mine's just 4. It's your perception bonus plus your
That was 8.
take the tens off of the tens of the other thing. So how far away it is. So like I've rolled 61 under 68, so I get nothing from that. 6 minus 6 is nothing.
Okay.
I just add my perception bonus.
So do I get 7 because I got 6?
2.
You got 0, 6.
0.
Yeah, so you got 7 plus your perception bonus.
Yep.
That's 15 altogether.
Oh, 15.
Oh hell yeah!
15. Noted.
Mine's 8.
Okay.
I'll double check. I'm sure it was 8.
Oh, no, you are right. I remember it being 8 because I calculated it for something else. You're bang on. So you're the only person who notices that just the only thing that betrays them is a glimmer of moonlight hits their beautiful shining eyes. You see an elf stood in the sort of like boughs of a tree about 15 foot away from you with an arrow knocked. You just see them with their arrow aimed at you as they release the arrow, and the arrow hurtles towards it. So you just see it in time. Nobody else sees them. So you're not surprised by this, although you're probably quite horrified by it. So you can attempt to defend against this shot as this arrow unerringly strikes towards you. Actually, I better make their shot just in case they miss. You never know, that'd be embarrassing after all this.
What can I do to defend?
Dodge, I think.
Dodge is the only thing that you can do, which means you're going to have to basically throw caution to the
either way.
wind. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just make sure I've got this set to advanced rolls.
Oh, my dodge is not very good.
What's also going to really depress you is that because they have an ability called Deadly Aim, you have to flip to fail in defending against a martial ranged attack from them.
So how do I flip to fail? I've not done that before.
Don't worry about it, just roll it and we'll show you how you do it.
Okay. So roll dodge, yeah?
Yep. Roll your dodgy.
Just press dodge.
Yeah?
In combat, yeah?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Nothing's happening.
Well, when you roll over the word dodge, it should turn orange and then you press it.
Yeah, that's what I was doing.
Alright, well, it looks like... Yeah. Seems to work fine when I did it. I don't know why it's
hell
not
yeah.
doing it for you.
Hell
Oh, I
yeah.
did it.
Oh yes, well done.
Still a success, even a flip to fail.
Excellent. So with a flip to fail, it's 0-3 is what you've rolled, but then when you flip to fail, you reverse the digit, so it becomes 30. And that's
I
the
see.
worst number, and it's still a success. So
Oh,
you
no. Go on,
basically hurl yourself horizontal when this arrow slams into where you, I mean, it's where you were just stood. And then erupting out of the ground around you, shooting up, there's just this multiplicity of little explosions. Poof, 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 poof. And this net flings itself up, weighted with stones. Now I'd like you and Jabir to make a coordination test as a reaction to... I'll give you... doing it as a free reaction. I don't want you to spend any AP because we haven't properly got into rounds yet. But to avoid getting caught in this tangle of web trap. Success for Jabir. Yeah. Nicely done.
Just standard, yeah?
Yeah, standard.
Can I synergize it with something?
Yeah, tell me what the something is. I'm intrigued to know what you applied to help you avoid this trap. Is it education?
Awareness, maybe?
Awareness, definitely, yeah. Not a book you read on how not to get caught in traps.
How to avoid traps.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey.
Wow.
Nicely done. Okay, so somehow, I mean, given that you knew that you were about to step off this, and given that Jabir knew that you were on a trap, I guess that's enough. Forewarned is forearmed, and you manoeuvre yourself so you don't get caught up in this trap, and the stones and the net sort of like fall down to the ground, pitter patter, pitter patter, pitter patter, and you look back at and look up, from where you were as you pick yourself up off the ground, Charles. Look back at where that elf was shooting from. You don't see him immediately. But But at this point, I guess we'll roll for initiative. So as we were saying, you're at the top of the old initiative ladder. You can't see any opponents immediately, but you know you were just shot at from that bush in front of you. So
I think I'll hide behind your beer for now.
Well, hide is an action that you can do.
Well, you know.
If you actually want to hide, I believe a proper hide is 2 AP. Action.
Unless I can see anybody, I'm not very useful. I can't do my magic missiles or anything.
You can't
Take cover.
Yeah, take cover.
Like,
that's what I mean by hide. Yeah.
it gives you more to your damage threshold if somebody trying to shoot you, I guess.
Yeah.
You could just run for behind a tree. Then.
Take cover.
Yeah.
Or have I got enough to like take cover and then scrutinise the world to see if I can see anyone?
Yeah, absolutely. So you can do take cover. Take cover is that so 2?
One action point.
One action point. So you just crouch down behind the protective buttocks of your troll, and then you can do a scrutinise to see if you can spot anything.
So scrutinise.
Don't forget to synergise.
Yeah. Oh, let's see.
So I imagine technically you would be sort of like over there somewhere, because you can't. Jabita's buttocks are big, but they're not that big.
Right, where is scrutinise? I've lost it.
Further
There
down
it
the
is.
character sheet.
I'll scrutinise with awareness.
Mm-hmm.
Synergise, sorry. Oh, no.
Now there are tokens. That's all I'm going to say. I'll take it from that dry laugh. You're not going for it.
You could do it again, couldn't you? Instead of using a token, you could just spend another action point to do it again, but you won't have any left. Take cover as well.
That's the problem.
Am I able to dodge if something
It costs you an action point to dodge. You're best off saving one.
Yeah, I'll save one.
All right, so you've got one action
probably
point
the-
in reserve for a reaction.
Yeah, and probably the tokens could be better used somewhere else.
Possibly. All right. Well, I'm going to do things now. Things are doing. Let's do this, see what happens. Where is it? Just scrolling up and down the character sheet looking for a word. Okay. You won't be able to see that. The reason is that I am doing stealth rolls. I don't necessarily want you to see what I'm rolling for stealth, if you see what I mean. Anything else that can realistically do apart from take that? It's a bit of preparation. And then just to speed things up. I'll take that as a red for that and that and that. Utter Rigner, it falls to you. It's deathly silent within the camp, you know, it's just the pitter-patter of rain. You hear the sort of sway of wind in a bush or a tree here and there.
Okay. Okay. I didn't hear anything else.
No, not hearing anything else unless you want to make a deliberate eavesdrop or scrutinise or awareness test.
No. Like, we've met elves before and we know they're super stealthy and it's really hard to notice them.
It's not impossible, but it is
metagame-wise,
hard.
the fact that you haven't spent any reroll tokens, I'm guessing they all pass their stealth, so I'm not going to be able to spot them. What's this that we can see here? The side of this building. The side of this building here. Is it like climbable? Is this a broken-in back door, or is it like just map flavour or whatever?
It's map flavour. It's not broken in. It's more sort of like a patchwork of repaired sort of like fence work. So you can't break your way into it if that's what you were hoping.
Oh, but it means the building's climbable. It's not smooth.
It's climbable. It's not smooth. Yes, you can climb both of these sort of like buildings. It's almost like a trellis work with
How high up is it?
Of the trees, sort of like wending its way in. Both these buildings get up to about sort of like 15, 20 feet, something like that.
Okay, what's that in hex moves? Can I get up there in a move?
2 yards to a hex, so that's 3 feet to a yard, so 5. About 3 hexes.
Okay. So, do I need a roll to climb up it if it's trellis work?
You do, but it would be easy.
Right, I'm going to spend 1, and that's in my move, right? So I can just
Part of your move, yeah.
There's a move, and then use athletics?
Athletics would be perfect.
Okay, so I'll use athletics. I'll synergize with like coordination. And what is it to climb up it?
Athletics, easy.
Easy, okay. I'm going to do that. I'm up.
Nice.
So I can get onto the top of here.
Yeah.
Assume I'm on top of that roof. Is there anybody up here?
Not up on top of the rooftop, where you see that the foliage and the trees has basically sort of weaved itself into the wicker-like structure of this elegant curved sort of like building.
Okay.
But there are gaps here and there.
To look down into the building?
You can look down into the building from there.
Alright, what's in there?
Peering down, you can see that circle of chairs. And a map laid out on a stone table. But you can also see sort of sat here an elven woman
Okay.
who's keeping a low profile. You know, she's got a hand on a viciously curved sharp dagger and her other hand is reaching towards her weapons that are lying on the table.
Okay. Is there enough of a gap to shoot her through the roof?
Yes, there is.
And I guess I'm going to try that, you know. Does she look like she's... I mean, she's wary, but she's not looking up to the roof?
You were climbing up. I imagine you... I mean, we didn't describe whether you were doing that stealthily or not, but so would you have wanted to have been doing that quietly and stealthily?
Yeah, of course, yeah. I don't want to get on the roof and broadcast to everyone I'm there. Do you want me to do a stealth roll as well?
Yeah, that's what I'm just sort of like establishing. You could have a stealth roll to see how well you pulled that off.
Stealth. I'll synergize my... I don't know, coordination again or whatever, or awareness.
Either would be good.
Standard. There we go, I were too noisy anyway.
Yeah, I mean...
I'll spend one of mine just to see if I can do
just
it
see if you
better
can
or not.
improve it, yeah.
Stealth. Synergize. Standard.
Ooh!
Marginally better.
Let's go.
Marginally better.
Well, it forces us into degrees of success, and I have to do an awareness, otherwise I wouldn't have had to roll awareness because you failed. So, let's do an awareness test for her. She got advanced rolls on. Turn off the whispers. Awareness. And she's synergizing. Well, 63 under 6, so it's degrees of success. She gets 6. How did you get on with degrees of success?
I've only got 4.
She just notices you then. Only just. Perhaps it's the fall of your shadow or a betraying creak of the rattan wickerwork of this terrible building. Or just a few stray leaves that sort of like fall within the vicinity. But she seems aware of your presence now and is guarded.
Alright, so if I get up
you.
there and I'm looking through the roof but she can see me,
Yeah.
how flimsy is this roof? Could I crash through the roof and land on her?
Oh, absolutely, you could if you wanted to, yeah.
Oh yeah, I want to do that then.
Yeah. Do you want to make a
What
jump?
does it
Just make an athletics to jump.
just make a... Okay.
I don't need some kind of anything to get through the roof. It's just you push through and it flims apart. You're heavy.
Alright, cool.
It's just the
I'm going to athletics.
athletics for the jump's going to be more of the issue, really.
Well, I'm going to synergize with my coordination to try and land like on her as best I can.
Nice.
46.
Nice.
We very
It's going to
rarely,
cannonball down.
yeah, very rarely have to do falling. I can't. The only other time I can remember doing falling was when we did the Ragrut does romancing the stone thing.
Yeah, true, yeah.
Yeah, I think that was the only one. Yeah.
That was funny.
Falling damage. Dangerous falling. Fall into a hard surface. Depending on the
1d10
distance, you suffer
plus
damage.
The
Number of yards you fell.
So it was about.
It's
Isn't
3
the elf
yards.
breaking your fall though?
Well, I'm
No,
hoping that she'll take damage as well. That's why I've landed on her.
I'm just working it out properly because my mental maths at this time of night tends to be even more deplorable than it normally is, which is already fairly deplorable. So 15 feet, divide that by 3, gets us 5 yards. So it would be 1d10 plus 5.
Okay.
Yeah, so you're...
D10 plus 5. Is that each of us, or divide it between the two of us, or what?
I think you can you can both potentially have that. If she doesn't get out of the way, then she's going to take it when you land on her.
Okay.
You take it when you crunch into whatever. So that's
Right, fine.
8. Don't beat your damage threshold, does it? So you just sort of like vroom, slam down on her. Now, yeah, I'm going to give this is effectively you're using yourself as a ranged attack.
Oh yeah.
So I'll give her a dodge. And this is just part of movement. It's not an attack, if you see what I mean.
Okay.
So, still got APs, I presume. Got 1 AP left. Combat, dodge. Oh, this is not her forte. She's not a ranger.
Might get those tokens back now then, maybe. Oh, jammy.
Somehow, Fireflower manages to avoid being crushed to death by the orc.
Okay.
She steps nimbly to one side.
Okay. So I've got 1 action point
You
left.
have.
I want to save that in case I need a reaction. I'm going to spend another one of mine
Yeah.
to actually attack her, if I can do that.
Yeah, you can take an action point from a fortune token and
Yeah, I do
keep
that. So I'll
one
spend that.
in reserve.
And then I'm going to try to punch her.
Yeah.
God, what have I got? Any...
You got those fancy knuckle dusters on.
I have. You know what I'll do? Because it's... Oh yeah, I am just going to head her. That's what we came here to do. I'm going to try and head her. Just seeing if I had any fancy things to do, but I think... I'm going to do... Let me read it. Where is it? Chokehold. Let me see if I can do chokehold. It's 1 action point. Chokehold. Make an athletics test. 1 action point. Foe must resist athletics or be choked. I'm going to try and do that. Chokehold her.
Alright. Try and reach out.
Grab her around
by
the throat. Yeah.
Dramatic.
So... Athletics. I'm going to synergize my toughness. Standard because it's opposed, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh.
And she gets to resist. Does it resist with athletics?
Chokehold. Yes, foe must resist athletics or be choked.
Alright, cool. Standard. Synergize awareness.
Bear with, I think she might have a minus. I'm just checking all my million.
Oh yeah, you might have some advantage.
Balance. No. No, I think this is... Oh yeah, you penalise your foe's ability to resist a chokehold. I'm -10, so she gets -10 by
Alright,
that.
so I shall set it to challenging. She
Hell yeah.
fails.
Hey.
I'll flip.
Do you want me to stop him? Flipping.
No, well, I guess... No, I don't know.
Oh, dilemmas.
Hasn't got a good chance, but... No, because you're not in here, are you? You don't know what's going on, so...
No, that's true.
Yeah, I do think you have to see the event in order to stop it.
Yeah.
I can't quite remember if that's part of ebb and flow, but... Give her another
It would
go.
seem logical.
Yeah, it would kind of make sense.
Okay. No.
Yes, you just somehow manage to sort of like resist your advances. Sort of
Bear
pushing
with
you
me,
off.
because I think... When a foe successfully resists your chokehold, immediately make a barehanded opportunity attack.
Nice.
Free, so I get a free attack on her anyway.
Yeah, she's going to use up all her
Try
AP
to grab at her.
just resisting
Oh,
everything.
yeah.
Oh, isn't
Oh,
the
yeah.
resistance is free though, isn't it? So she's used
Resistance is free, yeah.
one
yeah,
for
yeah.
the dodge.
Yeah, one for the dodge out the way.
Nothing else yet.
That's all she's done, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, lost no other modifier. 41.
All right, excellent.
Nice.
She's going to attempt to defend against that. She's got a dagger, so she'll parry. It will be a simple.
There's -10 because I'm fast.
Nice, okie dokie. In that case, I'll take that into account. That it is challenging. She failed.
Hell yeah.
Parry. Well, I've got some tokens.
Use up all them.
I have
Tokens
used
you've got?
one already. I might use up one more for Nami. I do feel sorry for her.
God damn it.
Yeah, she managed just sort of like to push your blow aside.
Okay, I'm pretty sure that's all I can do. I've used one watching point for an extra action. So...
Yeah, but you've got one in reserve.
Yes. Yeah, I have. I'm just wondering whether to try to intimidate her anyway. Then she won't be able to try and hit me. But then also... Is there anyone else in this room that I see? No elves hiding behind chairs and shit?
No, not that you can see. I haven't got any of them hiding behind chairs. No one else in this building, just her on her own. There's an easel set up in front of her as well, you notice. Things you're very familiar with artistic.
I am slightly distracted by that, given my artistic talents. I start to think about showing her my sketchbook with pictures of me skating in and stuff.
Yeah.
See, if I do it and she fails something and resists it, you're going to run out of fortune points. I'm going to use that last one to try and intimidate her.
All right.
So, an intimidate test. Well, let me read it again. I just do an intimidate test, don't I?
Yep.
Just seeing if she gets to synergize my toughness and scariness. Oh, hell yeah! Okay, so if it's not opposed and I just succeed it, then she takes...
Is it 1d10 plus something with her?
d10 plus 1. So it's only 5 anyway, so she's probably fine. And she can't attack me until she succeeds a resolve test.
Yeah, let's go. Did you say, how much did you say for peril?
5.
Yeah, so she's imperiled. Bit of a fragile flower. Narmia.
Oh.
Yeah. And she can't attack you. Well, she's definitely not doing that anyway. So you've crashed through, nearly landed on her, tried to punch her. She's dodged and blocked, and then you just stand looming over her, sort of like leering, but then slightly distracted by her nice artwork.
I'm jealous of her artwork. I'd boot it over.
Kick over her.
I see how good it is.
It is awesome. Right, they can't do anything. They might be able to do something. Yeah, okay, yeah, let's do that. Hurtling towards you, Ragrut. This elven ranger comes scurrying around the corner of the building, knocks an arrow, and attempts to shoot you.
Okay. So can I dodge?
You can, but it's flip to fail.
I don't think I've got any other option, really, have I?
You haven't. Oh, I accidentally put that on. I had that on Whisper, but I'll roll it again so you can see it. Slightly disappointing. Okay, this is really annoying because the first one that you can't see was a crit success, and now I've rolled a failure.
So I don't need to dodge now, then.
Yes, you do, because I am going to flip it. It's not a crit fail, so I can...
Wait. I can stop you from flipping that, can't I?
You could if you think this is important enough to spaff your ebb and flow one. It's up to you.
Well, probably hitting Ragnarok from that distance might be quite nasty, mightn't it?
I've got a 69% chance of hitting, it appears.
Okay. Do you want me to stop it? Right.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll stop the reroll.
Then I flip it back. So somehow you intercede in the weave of time and energy, and sort of like there is just sort of like a moment where it looks like the elf is bang on point, but then somehow they miss. The arrow sort of like shimmies to the left and sort of like skitters off the building and smashes into the trees right over the top of your head, Ragluts. And he misses you. So that's
That was lucky.
move and attack. Very lucky. Keep wise. Oh right. I've got an AP left for them, and it's your turn.
Okay, so first of all, I should roll some chaos dice to see if I get my battle frenzy.
Yeah, because of your mushroom
Oh yeah, I
addiction.
should do that as well.
Yeah, you should.
Okay, so I'm
1,
on.
2, 6.
I've got three lots of
Is it?
Nice.
mushrooms going on. So what does that mean? That just means it lasts longer, doesn't it?
And the number of. Okay, I'll look it up again. What's this talent called?
Battle
It's-
Frenzy, isn't it?
Battle frenzy, yeah.
Yeah.
I've got none.
Oh, I've just looked it up and it
Oh.
says. I can't remember what you have to roll in order to do it. Oh.
It's plus
What?
3 for like, it's onto your thing for like 9 hours, isn't it, if you've got 3?
It's 1, 2, and 3,
Plus
isn't
three
it?
onto
You
you.
roll.
Is
Yeah.
it 1, 2, 3?
Yeah.
Nice one. Well remembered. Yeah, so you just
Yeah,
got
yeah.
plus 3 onto your damage threshold and peril threshold?
So that I put that in the mod, do I?
In the mod, yeah, as per. Yeah.
Plus 3.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Okay, so that's the first thing. The second thing is because I'm fighting an elf,
Yeah, you got hatred.
I get
Oh yeah, fury dice.
so I've got an extra fury dice to any damage.
Yeah.
And I automatically succeed at resolve tests.
Nice to know.
That'd be the same for me as well, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're both snaggers.
Yeah.
Same ancestral.
So I think what I might do is use my magnificent bastard skill. Hold on, make sure I get it right. So my foe is defenseless to perilous stunts.
Okay.
Nice.
So I'm going to select this elf in front of me,
Yes.
and I'm going to try a stunning blow.
Nice.
So they're defenseless, so they can't resist.
Yeah.
So they lose an AP.
They only had one left at the moment, but yeah, they've got none now.
But I've got to make an athletics test.
Okay, successful athletics test required.
Oh, actually, can I change my mind?
You can, yeah.
Hold on.
That sounds like a great plan now. I'm not sure why you changed your mind. But you got something even
Well, there's all
worse.
these different perilous stunts.
Yeah,
Because there's takedown,
yeah,
and some of them are a little bit confusing. Like, for example, knockout.
yeah.
It says when foes defenseless or surprised, make an athletics test or be knocked out. So
What perilous stunt is that?
knockout.
Sometimes the version in the little handout is not as good. When the foe is defenseless, surprised, will be knocked out. Foe helpless, left unconscious. Yeah, so if you try to knock someone out, if they're defenseless or surprised, if you successfully make an athletics test, or they will be knocked out. If they're helpless, then they're left unconscious for brawn bonus turns and suffer peril.
So if I succeed at an athletics test, they'll be knocked out.
Yeah.
Okay, because he's defenseless. He's got no...
Yeah.
He can't resist it.
Yeah, you just have to successfully execute it.
Right, okay. So in that case, I'll use knockout.
Oh, I love it.
Okay, so I'm going to use an athletics test.
Can we give encouragement? Go on, Ragnarok.
I'm going to synergize my coordination.
This will be part after a little hustle, I presume, to get over there.
Can we shout at the elves, you're going home in a Sangoran ambulance?
Hell yeah.
So, yeah. Oh, look at
Oh, hell yeah. Go on.
So he is now basically he's knocked out. He's helpless. He's unconscious for BB. Is that brawn bonus?
Yeah, what's your brawn bonus?
My brawn bonus is 6.
Okay, well he's really out the fight then. Also, because you made that as a crit, I'm going to give you the AP back.
Hell yeah.
So I've still got 3 AP then.
Yeah.
Okay, nice one. He suffers 2d10 plus my brawn bonus peril.
Well, roll 2d10, and for what it's worth, I'll decrease his peril I'll decrease his peril accordingly. Go for it.
7 plus what was my brawn bonus? 6.
13.
So it's 13.
He has a peril threshold of. That's 1. That's 2. Yeah. So he's 2 down the peril threshold path.
Okay.
Nice job.
So now I'm going to attack him with my pointy elf sword. But I nicked off another dead elf.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to basically sort of kneel on him and stab him.
Yeah, I mean he's defenseless.
Through the throat.
Yeah, through the throat. Not forgetting I get an extra 1d6 fury dice to damage. And I'm going to synergize my athletics with that, I think. For climbing on the elf.
Nice. I mean, this is absurdly easy, so you should have added
I should have.
plus 10 to that, so that's a success.
That's a success by 1.
Yeah.
Okay, so how do I know how much damage?
Well, you've got to roll your fury dice and add your whatever weapon it is that you're using.
All right, so do I? Hold on. I haven't used this weapon in ages. I've forgotten. Oh, should I have rolled with the weapon?
That then auto does the damage for you. It's fine.
Okay. So
I mean, you can just roll it again. We'll ignore whatever the result is because you've already got the result, and we'll take the damage result.
Okay.
Make it easier, hopefully.
It was plus.
Yeah, don't worry about it. The outcome being right. So
Oh,
success.
hell yeah. Bloody hell.
17. Nice.
I've got a d6. Does that mean I get to roll another d6
You
as
do,
well?
because your hatred kicks in.
So. Die, you smelly elf. 3.
That's 20, right? Okay, so through the first threshold, through the second threshold, through the third threshold. So not only is he non-conscious at the moment, he's lightly, moderately seriously, grievously wounded.
Excellent. So, says you. Hold on, I've got the other thing where if with my dirty weapon.
Oh, it's fetid weaponry.
Yeah. Has he got an injury or is he just?
Well, he's grievously wounded. You've got a chance of injuring him. You want to roll 3d6. If you get any 6s, then you get a grievous injury.
Oh, it's no, it's a 4 and a 2 and a 3.
Now, you can use a token to force one of those into a 6 and get an injury.
Have I got enough action points to stab him again?
Yeah. Although we should have taken -10 off, and this is multi-action penalty. But I don't care.
Oh, okay.
Is this the guy who's knocked out, though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't it, if he's helpless, you successfully attack, you just kill him outright? Isn't that the thing?
Do you auto crit or something?
I think that's how. Yeah, I think that's how he killed the warg way back.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Started it all.
All this mess.
You don't have to roll to strike a helpless foe. You immediately slay them with any blow.
Oh, it's dead then.
Helpless foes, yeah.
Although we've had problems with this before, remember? When a certain Caleb was defenceless, and it says that you cannot use any reactions. It's in edge case, one bit of the rule says yes, and one bit of the rule says no.
I'm looking at helpless. When a foe's helpless, they're also defenceless.
Yeah, defenceless doesn't imply that you get an auto attack, but I think but the other one does, and that's the bit of a problem. Yeah, I think in this case we've certainly done it before. Helpless is separate from defenceless. Yeah, well, he's dead.
Excellent. Can I bite his ear off now?
Of course you can. I mean,
souvenir.
De-rigger, yeah, a souvenir, yeah.
Bite his ear off, chew the lobe, and look around for the next one.
I mean, you've still got 2 AP left, so you can scamper on and do something else, and still have an AP for reactions if you wanted.
Well, I've still got my one spare one that I've got for another.
Oh my God, well, you got 2 bloody AP to spend.
Okay, so in that case, can I roll stealth?
The rest
again?
of us could just sit back and Ragnarok.
When he gets going, Ragnarok, he's unstoppable. But you've got to get him going first. That's the trick. If you don't get him going, it's nothing. So I'm going to roll stealth again and see if I can do a bit of sneaking about, because I've got this bottle bomb here. I was thinking about setting fire to the singing elves.
Yeah, and this is the building that you heard the singing coming from.
Sorry, which one?
Oh,
that one.
I'm probably on the wrong level. Oh no, I am on the right. Yeah.
No, I can see it. Yeah. So I'm going to roll stealth, and I'm going to try and sneak over to there.
Yeah, you could.
In preparation.
Yeah, you could probably toss it through that sort of gated door. You know, it's all Alan Wicker world here. You know.
So, with me stealthing along, is that 2 action points?
Now movement. There is something.
I was just wondering because it's stealth.
Yeah, there is something about. Yeah, you're right. There is something about this.
I
Movement
think it's 2.
subtypes. So if you're sneaking as you're stealthing, yeah, it increases the action point cost by 1. So if you're doing a hustle, it would cost 2 rather than 1.
So I'd have to wait till the next round before I chuck the bottle bomb in there.
Yeah, true. But you can get yourself into a position where you could chuck it.
Okay. I'm just having a look. So, are there any windows?
I mean,
Like around the side here.
it would certainly get through the front door there.
I'm just not sure if I want to hang around the front door.
It could get through
Yeah.
this arched window over here, certainly at the side where you also thought there was one.
Okay. So my move. I guess I'm limited by how far I can move, right?
Yeah. So
Right. So that's in combat, I presume.
you presume correctly. Pardon me. You've got a movement of 8 hexes.
Movement. 8 hexes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. So I can get to about here.
Yeah, and I think actually at the corner of this building where you see that there's a window here, actually, you know.
Oh, okay. So if I get myself to there, that's if I'm just like walking.
Yeah, slowly, sneaky. Yeah.
So how many action points have I used now? 2.
That's 2. It normally would be 1.
2.
But stealthy is 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do I have to roll stealth?
Yes, please, to see how well you execute it.
Okay. Right. Okay. And it's like standard now, isn't it? Because we're not in the forest anymore.
And it's opposed, so yeah, standard. So.
And I shall synergize my coordination. And I shall roll again.
Is anybody else going to get a turn at this rate? You know, it's just very long
I'm nearly done.
My God.
Half an hour later.
There we go.
Hell yeah.
Hey.
1.
All right.
Oh, that now
You know, and
belongs to the.
on a crit success, I think. Oh, that's a bloody big token.
You're
Like
going to gain action points back.
I can make something good happen on a crit. It doesn't have to be the same thing every time. I'm gonna grant you this as a sort of bonus because you are moving so silently and so carefully. You notice a faint rattling sound. Because had you not been moving so silently, it would have covered up this noise. And you look over at this sort of hedge over here, and you see it has seed pods that are rattling slightly. Then you look again closely and you see it has barbed thorns on it, and it has those dripping blood roses that you see before. You recognise this to be a death hedge.
Death hedge. Oh, well, didn't we come across those before?
Yeah. They're easy to avoid, just don't go anywhere near them. But if you end up
Right,
in
which
one,
hedge is it? Which hedge is it?
it's the one that's become a death hedge right in front
Oh,
of us.
oh yes, so it has. Right, okay, thank you.
That's right. Yeah, you know, and you start
Okay.
to wonder how many of these you must have gone past in the forest and not noticed.
I guess, well, I can't really warn the others without.
No, giving yourself away.
No, okay. Right, I'm done now. Thank you very much.
Okey-dokey. Nice bit of work. Right. So, right, yeah. Bursting out of this building, an elf holding a knocked arrow to his bow runs out, having seen his fellow ranger die horribly at the hands of a stabbing snagger. He's now going to make an awareness test to see if he can spot Ragrat having moved. So you did a stealth with a crit. He's not going to need a crit success awareness to see you. Ha! Easy. 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 Can be done. Awareness, come here. Well, it's a success, but it ain't a crit, isn't it? And frankly, I'm not going to spaff my only token on trying to roll a crit out of that. So he has no idea where you went to, so he is running across 1, 2, 3, 4. I think he's going to go and position himself over here and take cover. Narmir Fireflower, terrified. She can't attack you, right?
She can if she makes a resolve test.
Oh. She gets that automatically at the beginning of her turn, does she? Or is it something she's got to choose to do? I think it's probably an automatic thing, do you think?
Test it again and tell me what you think.
Until they succeed at a resolve test. It's really not very helpful, is it? I've got no idea whether it's an automatic thing you get to try and do. I mean, typically when you're in peril by something, we give you an automatic resolve test to try and shake it off, don't we, if it's a persistent effect. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah. Oh well, I'll give her a go then. Fuck no.
Wow.
Oh,
Utterly terrified. How much
toast.
stress damage did you do? Was it 2d10 plus 1?
It's 1d10 plus 1
Yeah, roll it again.
when I first do it.
Roll it again. She's so terrified she feels it all over again.
Oh, she's not more terrified.
Further 2, but it doesn't get through the threshold, so could have been bad. Alright, she definitely can't attack you then. So she runs away and offers you an opportunity attack.
Cool.
Go on, go on. Kill the pretty elf.
Working on it. Look at this, standard. Is it just standard still?
Yeah.
No other modifier. Oh yeah. So I get an extra d6 fury dice because I hate her so much. It's 19. I get an. Oh, I think it's on the. It's on the fancy knuckle dusters, isn't it? They got an extra fury dice.
I think
I'm going to
already
spend
built
one of.
in, are they? It might be already built
Okay.
in. I can't remember.
I'm going to spend one of these fortune points to turn that 1 into a 6. I rolled.
Yep.
Makes it 19, 24, 24, 25, 4, 25.
Was it really telling me
24.
Oh, 24 then.
that? Independent confirmation of a 24.
Cute.
Alright.
So it was 5 and 5, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, true.
Alright then. So through the first test, through the first threshold, through the second threshold, through the third threshold. Did you say 25? That's through the fourth threshold. So she
24.
goes from
24.
24.
24.
Oh, not quite through that threshold then. So lightly 1, moderately 2, seriously wounded 3. She's seriously wounded
Yeah, which is 2d6.
It is 2d6. Yeah.
1 second. I call your 2d6. If I inflict injuries, they're always grievous injuries. I'm going to roll the 2d6. If I get to pick an injury, it's going to be a grievous and not a thingy. I'm going to spend one of mine.
See, I think you're to roll 3d6 because it's a grievous injury. It's considered you're inflicting, and that would be 3d6.
Well, sure, but I'll do that. But I haven't inflicted it, have I?
Oh, I see.
Until I've rolled the 6.
I get you.
I spend one of my fortune points to make one of them a 6. That gives me an injury.
Nice.
Which is now a grievous injury.
Would you like an injury?
Where's the injury men?
Would you like the injury cards?
And yes, please.
There you go.
And I also get 2 for 1 injuries.
Ooh.
Buy one, get one
She's
extra
got-
free.
Give me some good things.
Oh,
Ooh.
look.
She's got your present, Ragrut. Your souvenir, Ragrut.
Oh, dear.
A cerebral contusion.
She's unconscious.
Oh, what a
Yeah.
shame.
Jeez, I've put that ear in my pocket. We'll love this.
I'm trying to find an ear removed token. Oh, I haven't got one, strangely enough. I don't do them. It's worth a look. Okay, she's got the ninja mask of very
Against
sleepy.
the dunderhead drawback.
The dunderhead.
Dunderhead elf. Okay, brilliant. That's
Nicely
my
done.
opportunity attack. That fire flower elf.
Oh dear. Right, I'll just stick those over there. Get them out of the way. Well, that's her done. She tried to run away. Bug.
I'm gonna have Bug sort of start scooting over this way. Crouch down just so he's closer, but not going into combat just yet.
Okay, yep. Excellent. Keeping himself out of harm's way. And then, what's Master Jabir of the Holy Huge Buttocks doing?
First things first, I got to do Herb Derb, I think.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Hang on, my roll 20 is going as slow as it can.
Well, it's had nothing to do for
Jeez.
ages. It's probably fallen asleep.
Oh,
We'll see how long it takes. Jesus.
It's a new record. I could roll it faster than this. Oh, what's going on?
Let's see what boots faster if I reload roll 20 or this.
There you go.
oh.
Oh.
I think you were stuck in the middle of a roll, and that's why it wouldn't roll. So now try hitting your. What do you do when you heard that? You do that. Yeah. So you just seem to be stuck in the middle of a roll, and I just managed to. I saw that the window was there. Do you want to re-roll it though? Because that's my roll, not yours.
Yeah, I'll give it a shot. Hang on. Or it can crash. Come on, please work. God damn
Yeah.
it.
Oh, the tenterhooks. Oh, really? Yeah, alright, I can see that it's come up. Yeah. Oh, yeah, you've done it.
Oh,
We go.
yeah,
There we
go
go.
on.
Bloody
Good
hell.
one.
Oh,
Worth the wait.
was it?
What's for him?
I'll put some tense
Well-
music underneath that.
Drum roll.
Jesus Christ. This does not want to work, does it?
No, alright, yeah, you've got all your AP, so.
Guys, let's move down there. Can I see this elf here, or...
He's just taken cover, he's not stealth hiding, so he's just got a bit of brush in front of him. Yeah, you can see him.
Go on.
In solid Jabir fashion, I'm going to use the body of his fallen comrade,
yeah.
and as a
Throw it at
fucking
him.
weapon.
Yeah.
Go
Yeah.
on.
So it's an improvised throwing weapon, this dead elf.
That'll be a simple ranged. He's well within range. That'd be standard, yeah.
Yeah. Actually, I'm tempted to say routine, but that's right.
That'd make it even better.
Yeah. Okay, you hurl it at him. Now he has got an action point, so he can defend by dodging. Good luck, mate.
Oh, I need to do stomp the yard as well.
Oh, yeah.
That kicks in as well.
It's going to be tough to dodge something that big.
Possibly. We'll try that experiment later in real life. He's failed anyway, if it makes you feel any better.
One.
Yeah, do you want to do stomp the yard? Isn't that a peril? The intermediate. So it's
Yeah,
tough.
that's all peril, yeah.
Yeah, so it's 2d10 plus 2, so he has to do a resist. So he does a resolve. Oh my god.
Oh,
So it's 2d10 plus 2, but he crit failed, so that's 22 in my book, so maximum. So 22 is 1, 2, 3. Oh, 1 point away from the next threshold. So imperiled, ignore a skill rank, ignore 2 skill ranks.
The first time it's worked.
He's utterly petrified at 2 minus 2 skill ranks. When he gets to do anything, he's going to be a quivering blooming wreck.
does he get injured as well from the body?
Yeah, and he gets a body in
Yeah.
the face. So, how did we do damage from improvised throwing weapons before? Oh yeah, it's 1d6 plus your brawn bonus.
Yeah, I also had this.
And you can inflict injuries even though it is
Yeah.
a pummeling weapon. Normally you wouldn't be able to because it's treated as pummeling, but you can do. Alrighty.
Is it a D6 or is it a D10 for me, considering my size?
I'm pretty
can't
sure your
remember.
damage dice is still a
have a look.
D6, but I'm willing to be told otherwise if people remember better than me.
I have 2 fury dies of D6, I think.
That'll be right. So let's make it 2d6 and then add your brawn bonus with the plus 3. Eight, 9, 10 is that? Of course, there's tokens there. You could get one to explode
Yeah.
if you felt like it.
And then that's 11 on my brawn bonus.
11.
11.
Is that including the plus 3 on it?
No, I got 11.
So that's 14.
Yeah, 14.
21.
21. Well, hang on a minute. Don't explode the dice yet. You might not need to. Where is he in his damage threshold situation?
Who needs weapons when people die in front of you?
Yeah, exactly. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, well, that would take him lightly, moderate. That would seriously wound him at the moment.
No, you know what? Let's use a coin and make it a 6.
Do you want to do that
Yeah, let's
for increasing the damage, or do you want to do that to get an automatic injury?
I'll do that full automatic injury, and I'll use one of mine.
All right, then we'll roll 2d6 to see if you're going to get an injury anyway, because you might do. All right, so you could now convert that 1 into a 6, get an injury, and let me get the serious injury cards out. Boop, there you go. Bottom deck. Splat. What's he got? Oh my god.
Oh,
He's knocked
nice.
prone and temporarily paralysed.
Hell yeah.
Oh dear, nice one. That is clutch. Alright, so
That's
he's
fucking brilliant.
prone of and then the wibbly bar, the lightning bolt of paralysis. Oh no, not that. There we go. Right. Awesome. You got more AP to spend. What are you gonna do now?
I've moved. I've just attacked. I'll keep 1 just in case I need it.
Fair dues. Can't do anything about that. Charles. Top of the turn. It's a clusterfuck, mate. What are you going to do?
We can't see any more of the elves, though, can we?
Just seen that one who dived across and then got an elf body thrown at him and he's paralysed.
Should I finish him off?
You could.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, I'll come round and finish him off.
So what's your movement?
Let's have a look. Combat, isn't it?
Yeah, you've got a move of 6.
Can I get there in 1?
Yeah, you're going to have to do 2 hustles to get over there. It'll cost you 2 AP. And then you can stab him to death if you wanted, but you won't have any AP left over for defense.
Okay.
If somebody...
I'll just wait here then, I guess.
Alright, yeah, so you go over to him, slide into the bush with your weapon at hand, but just a bit wary. I mean, he's not moving, he's...
Or could I get to like halfway
Yeah.
and then do like magic missile on him?
Yeah! Yeah, absolutely.
And then would I still have 1 AP left?
I should think so, because I think magic missile is a 1 AP jobby, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, shoot some magic missiles at him.
Incantation, isn't it?
Incantation's what you need. Yeah, do it as routine, because it's a petty spell for you. But you're not powering it up, because you need to hold on to your AP.
Yeah. Incantation. So what was I doing it at? Routine.
Routine, yeah, mate. Spellcasting, M-A-M.
Oh.
I've forgotten how to spell it. That's why I failed. You could re-roll with a token.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, go on then. I'll give it a go.
Alright. Let's try that spelling again. M-A. Oh no. Worse.
Not going very well. Yeah.
I'm afraid it's going to fail and you use up your silver daggers.
Yes.
Well, the one silver dagger you attempt to turn into a magic missile, it sort of like fizzles in the ether, and you can just hear that voice of Larglin in your head saying, I know you've been sneaking into my spellbooks. Maybe the anxiety that he knows you've been sneaking spells out of his book creeps into your brain and you fail to cast it properly. No other unwanted effects though, fortunately. And you've got an AP in reserve if you need it.
Yeah.
Which is, I suppose, is the good news. I can't get at this fella. Right. Stepping slightly out of a bush with a loaded bow.
No.
Yeah, this Elven Ranger takes aim, +10, shoots at the big bloody troll, ping, and releases an arrow. Having seen his friend get crushed to death, decides maybe he ought to do something about it. Success. You're going to be hit by this arrow.
One.
Yeah. Jabir. But I think you've got an AP. You could attempt to avoid it, but it is flip to fail with these fellows. Because of their deadly aim.
Let's give it a shot.
Yeah, might as well.
Nothing to lose.
87 flips to 78, so no, you do get a shot. Okay. Wow. Oh my god. Can't quite believe it. I've managed to hit someone or something. Well done, Elf Ranger. Well done. Where's your bow? So it's your perception bonus, isn't it? What's your perception bonus? Ooh, scrolling up and down, look at perception bonus. Oh, 6. Okay. And it's 2D. Oh, you got a 6. That explodes, so he gets another 6.
Oh no.
Oh, hang on, I've rolled 2D by mistake. So hang on, I've got a 6 and a 3. And then, yeah, no, another 6. So that did explode, so I'll take that 4. So that's 19 plus 6 is 25?
Yeah, that was 1, 2 in.
Woo. Okay, so yeah, 2 down the old damage threshold as this arrow plumb smacks into you. So like that's moderately wounded.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'll ping a d6 to see if you can get an injury. 3. I'm actually going to flip to force an injury, so you're going to take a moderate injury.
Ooh.
Here we go. What does he do? Flip cards. You've got a jammed finger. That's it. You paralyse them. Automatically kill them. I get jammed finger. Right. What are you holding?
I literally just threw someone, so nothing.
You aren't holding anything. I think that's very reasonable. But you will have to flip the results to fail with all melee weapon attacks with your primary hand.
Fair enough. That's only melee, yeah?
It is only melee. It says so there, so presumably that excludes range. So.
Amazing. It's absolutely fine by me.
Yeah. Okay, right. And then what's this guy gonna do? Well, first of all, where are you? Alright, you're over there. Okay. Yeah, I think he's gonna do this. So, come here. rushing in. Oh, get out of the way, tokens. Rushing in through this door, pushing his way past gigantic meta tokens. This elf bursts in, and he's distraught because he sees his sister looking pretty badly mangled on the ground. And let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What's his movement rate? Has he got enough? Probably. Can I do a charge? I think he's going to charge over and try and hit you with his sword. Rigner. So I can figure out his movement rate. Oh yeah, he's got a movement rate of 10. Oh, easy, doesn't even have to do that. He will do it as a charge though, because then he gets an extra d6 off the Ori dice if he hits you. Yeah, so he charges over, wielding his weapon. Fails. That sucks. Flip for a reroll. Success. How doth ye defend?
So that puts me into the first damage condition, not the second. I don't defend because I've got no action points left.
Ah, I see. Okay, so just takes you to lightly wounded because you've got the most grotesque damage threshold known to man or orc.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you're just up to lightly then. As he slashes at you with his weapon. So he's done. Oh, he gets an extra d6 fury dice because he charged. I didn't roll that. Oh, it was a 6.
Oh, well done.
And it explodes. So we get to add 11 on top of that. Does that push you into moderate?
What's the total? It's 11 and it pushes me into
27.
7. That's bang on the seriously wounded.
So seriously wounded.
I think that is 27.
Yeah. Alright. So 2d6 for a serious injury. He's got a serious injury. Roll 2 6s. Blimey. Right. He doesn't get 2 though, does he? You just got to get 1. I think.
He does if he's rolled 2 6s, but
Does he?
before you turn them over, let me just track down.
All right. Got a card to pull out.
So he only gets moderate injuries.
Ah, can't hurt me. Man of War. Nice. The first time I think I've seen this come out, really.
That's the first time I've been injured.
So when these creatures are injured, always refer to moderate injuries table to determine their severity. Nice. Okay, so 2 moderate injuries rather than 2 serious injuries. Alright, moderate injury Uno then is rattled brain. Until fully recuperated, reduce your initiative by 3 as you take a clonk around the side of the old head from this blow, which also makes me roll on the serious injury table again. But that's daft because your Man of War forces me to take a moderate injury.
Just take another moderate.
I'll take another moderate injury. I could be doing this for a while at this rate.
Oh, strained groin. Cannot use any movement actions. So I can't charge or get up or...
but you can
I'm going to give you 2 fate points and get rid of them.
Oh, you want to spend your
taking
fate points
injuries
to
off
ignore
this.
those injuries. Nicely done. But you are
Take them
still...
off of my...
nevertheless seriously wounded right now, but you're not belaboured by injuries. Nicely done. Nice use of fate points there. And I believe that's him done. Keep an AP in reserve for the inevitable. Bum, bum, bum. He's staying there, he's definitely staying there. That death hedge has got no one to... That death hedge near you, Ragbut, is rattling its rattling its leaves at you. Stretching out its little tendrils, but you're well out of range. But if you were closer, it would be giving you a nice hug.
I'll grin at it.
Utterigna, your turn. And I think we probably will need to call it fairly soon, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Should we rattle once more? We've got enough mental
End of the
energy
round or whatever.
to the end of the round and stop it there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so... Well, thankfully I don't have to move or anything because he's come right up to me. I'm going to spend 1 action point to aim. And then 1 action point to try to punch him.
To punch him. Okie dokie. Take a swing at him. He has got an action
I
point.
get
for
plus
the
10 because of the
actions.
aim.
Alright. He has minus 10 because of how fast you are, right?
And he has minus 10 also because I aimed.
So minus 20.
It's minus 20.
Minus 20 to parry. Oh, right. You're going to clonk him unless he parries.
Fuck yeah!
I'm going to give you an extra bonus fury dice as he basically steps right in as he tries to...
Brilliant. So I get an extra for the hatred and I get an extra for the crit fail.
Yeah.
An extra 7 on top of that.
21, I think.
21. Now also he needs to give me... Well, crit failed. He needs to do a... He needs to do a resist for a takedown. But if you crit fail, can you resist stuff or no?
Yeah, I mean, it's just... He's crit failed, he's bodged his parry, something bad happens, which is you get an extra fury dice. It doesn't stop you, I don't
Alright, so he still gets to resist that then.
How does he resist a takedown? Presumably that would be athletics.
Let me have a look. Actions in combat. Takedown is coordination test.
Oh, okay. Oh, not his strong suit. And that's a standard, I presume.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, because it's like... Oh, okay.
Okay.
Got lucky. He's not
So-
taken off his feet, but...
And that's the other one. He has to resist or be stunned as well, which is stunning blow, athletics test, resist toughness or be stunned.
Alrighty, toughness. Dun, 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 dun. 11, 12. No.
Yeah.
So he's stunned.
Okay. You want to try that? Flip that coin and try it again, or are you happy for him to be stunned?
Could be worse.
All right.
There might be worse things he needs to resist.
Sure. All right. So what was the damage in the beginning? 21.
21 we got it up to. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Let me put that against
So-
his damage threshold, shall I?
Yeah.
Alright, so pass the first lightly, second moderately, not quite up to seriously. So you got him moderately wounded at this point.
No. So, moderately wounded. So that's 1d6, is it, for an injury?
Yeah.
So 1d6. 5. I'm going to spend a coin. I'm going to flip that to make it an injury.
Nice.
I get 2 for 1 injuries, and I always go grievous injuries because of Rudy Grant.
Goodbye, lovely Elsie boy. He's not
Just
going to get a
move all
jammed
this stuff out the
finger. He's
way.
going to get something horrendous. Only I get jammed fingers.
Let's see. Aimed foot. I'm getting Ragrat foot already.
Oh, God.
Use 1d6 toes. Every toe lost, you lose 1% brawn. That's after surgery, if he gets to have surgery. And Fortune's Mercy. Damn it. I always get that.
Oh, that's a bummer. But still, maimed foot.
That's alright.
So you can't use
Maimed
any
foot.
weapon with an encompass value of 2 or more because of his pain.
So I've done aim, and I've done an attack. I've got 1 left. I am going to use that to do a chokehold.
Nice. He resists with athletics, I think.
Yeah, I think so, yeah. Yeah, so I do... Let's check it again. Chokehold method. Yeah, resist athletics or be choked. I'm going to do athletics test. Synergize my toughness. Standard because it's opposed. I'll use one of my 2 left to re-roll that. Athletics. Synergize. Standard.
Ooh.
Okay, can't resist it.
Yeah.
Well, I was just about to click the roll skill button, but I'll stop now.
So,
He's choked.
well, he is choked. That means he suffers some... Find it again. Choked. 1d10 plus brawn bonus peril. Come on, give me a good number. Fuck yeah.
We've got a meaty BB as well.
My brawn bonus is 11. Fuck yeah. 20.
20. Just
20,
20,
yeah.
say. Okay, so lightly, moderately wounded as he is. You then do 20 points of damage.
This is peril.
Oh,
It's not damage, it's peril.
Oh, okay. Oh, looking at the wrong threshold then. 20, so that takes him from imperiled to ignore a skill rank to ignore 2 skill ranks. He's nearly at ignore 3 skill ranks, but not quite. Yeah.
Okay, and then I'm going to use my last fortune point there. Give me an extra reaction point because I can earn some more between now and next week.
An
I
extra
might
action
have to
point for
defend against
reaction.
something.
Yeah, very sensible.
Yeah,
Yep. I like it. Oh, yeah.
put 1 in there.
You really are putting this Ponzi elf in its place.
Yeah, with his sister, I notice.
Indeed.
Cool, I'm done.
That elf's dead, so I can't do much with them. Ragrut.
Can I still hear that singing?
No, it stopped a wee while ago. Where
Okay.
when that elf burst out and then got massacred by another elf body.
So we got down? We got 1, 2, 3, 4 down.
I tell you
There's
what,
one over there.
Yeah, I think. But you can see a hobbit attempting to hide behind a chair. He appears to be the owner of the high-pitched squeaky voice you heard earlier that you thought might have been a girl elf, but you rolled terribly on your folklore and didn't realise it was actually a hobbit.
The little hobbits is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tasty them.
Good toes, though.
Yeah.
The feet are tough.
It's Conrad Goldsworthy.
Is it Conrad Goldsworthy?
Yeah. You found his
Luckily,
handkerchief.
none of us know him.
Handkerchief with
Yeah, I know, yeah.
CG on it ages ago. Yeah.
Yeah, but none of our guys know who that is.
None of
do
you
we?
know who it is. Yeah.
Oh, what, in the caves?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the bottle bomb, how does that work then?
I think it's an improvised throwing weapon. You use simple ranged and you chuck it, and then all kinds of horrible things happen.
Okay, so I'll do that then. I'll
Fucking
chuck it.
fling it into the interior. Yeah.
Half there, right here.
Yeah.
Simple range, did you say?
Simple
Right.
ranged. It's got you can throw it a distance of 1 plus perception bonus yards.
Okay, so let me have a look at my perception bonus is 2.
Oh, great!
Oh.
Really?
That's what it
Yeah, but
says.
it's got some like
It's not, sorry,
range around it, hasn't it?
6.
That's more like
Oh, that's
it.
better.
So 7.
Okay.
The wrong, I was looking at the bonus advance.
Yeah.
So, it's hex.
7 hexes is that?
7 hexes. Yeah.
Right, okay. So simple, ranged.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think you could aim as well if you wanted to spend the action point to
Yeah,
get
you
plus
could.
10.
Okay, I'll aim at the hobbit.
Gonna
Go on.
firebomb a hobbit today. Firebomb a hobbit today.
Never hobbit before.
Go on.
So I
Then.
get plus. I use an extra action point for that, and
Yeah.
I'll adjust my coordination. So it goes from being standard to routine. And okay, damn it! I'll use a thingy. Got 2 left, so routine. Success! Firebomb.
You firebombed Hobbit. Let's see if he can go. Conrad Goldsworthy is notorious for wheedling his way out of situations. Not quite as notorious as some of the hobbits we could mention.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, he'll have a crack at getting out of the way of this. It's not really his forte, but he'll give it a go.
How big's the spread though of the explosion?
Never mind that. Stop
Coordination
asking awkward
test.
questions when I'm going to roll dodge. Don't ask awkward questions of you when you've got to roll dodge, do I? I'll deal with that issue later. Oh, I whispered it. It was 15 under 65, and everyone who watches this episode back will know that I tell the truth. Because I had a crit success in the bank, and then I spaffed it into a failure earlier.
Well, you got to learn to switch off that whisper, otherwise you get gypped.
I do.
Moving forward.
No, he's
Hell yeah! Take that, Conrad. You bastard.
all right. I don't actually like Conrad Goldsworthy that much, so I'm not going to make him re-roll.
Nice.
Yeah, he basically the bottle. He looks right, he looks left. He's trying to decide. He gets distracted by a plate of pudding on the table, and the bottle bomb hits him and explodes. So
It's 2d10 plus 2 fire damage.
it is indeed fiery, ineffective, throwing, and volatile fury.
Yeah, so
2d10.
fiery is 2d10 plus 2
Nice.
fire damage.
15.
Hell yeah! Hell yeah!
Shit.
any difference?
Hang on.
Yeah.
Oh no, because I wasn't rolling a d6, was I? I was rolling d10s.
Oh yeah, true.
Oh,
yeah.
volatile is quite
Oh.
interesting. If you crit fail with a bottle bomb, it potentially explodes in
Blows
your
up in your
hand.
hand.
Oh, I'm glad I didn't know that before.
Before you used it, yeah. Ignorance is bliss. Yeah. 15 is that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hobbit.
Oh, his damage threshold. Oh, he's going to regret those hairy feet. 9.
Oh.
Oh, right. Okay, that makes him moderately wounded. Do you want to roll
Nice.
2d6 as he's burning, going, ah!
If you get a 6, he's on fire
Yeah.
instead of getting injured. Oh.
3 and a 5.
The 3 and a 5, I mean...
Spend one to make him on fire.
Yeah, make him
Yeah.
on fire. Let's go the whole hog of horrendous imagery and scenes of wanton destruction in the world of Middle-earth. We're setting fire to a hobbit. It's what Tolkien would have wanted.
So he's on.
He's on
So
fire.
he's on fire. Yeah, go on.
So that means persistent damage every round, I presume.
Well, I'm not going to go.
You're not going to put him out.
No.
Not going to piss on a hobbit. No.
Even if he was on fire.
No.
On fire.
Which he is. It's setting the table on fire, and all the rattan witterwork is going up. There's some tapestries. You know, that building is going to catch alight for sure.
So Ragrat stood there looking through the gap, sniggering.
Just watching. Don't move. Just like,
Holy shit.
pyromania.
Whenever you are on fire, you immediately suffer 3d10 plus 3 damage, and every minute thereafter.
Oh, does that include the first round?
Well, I don't know. It's that's what
Immediately
happens when you go
presumes,
on
yeah.
fire. Yeah, I think
Oh,
that's
roll-
a shitload more fire damage.
Yeah, roll 3d10 plus... What did you say it was?
3d10 plus 3.
3d10 plus 3 then. Just to really crispy fry the hobbit.
Smell of barbecue in there.
Oh, it's the best thing that could happen to Conrad Goldwater,
Fucking hell.
really.
21.
21.
Fucking hell. Oh man, we got to get some more bottle bombs.
Okay, yeah. He's moderately wounded. So that was 1, 2. And then you push him. This is at 15. I always struggle to work this out so that when you've got up to moderately wounded in the damage threshold, and then someone does 21 on top of that, and 21 is the next threshold, it just moves you up to the next threshold.
It should start from where he is now, shouldn't it? Push him up more.
So it should actually be...
You don't start from
No.
beginning again, do you?
I always get slightly confused in my older age.
So what's
right,
he on now
Yeah, that would...
for that?
Yeah, I'm just working it out. Hang on. That would push him actually to... So plus 12 gets him to the next threshold. Plus 18 gets him to the next threshold. That's serious. That pushes him to grievous. Oh, he's now very badly burned.
Yeah. Okay.
Very good.
Oh, nasty. Ooh.
He's effectively dead, isn't he? Because he's going to get the same again next round.
He will die next turn unless someone puts him out. And I don't see that happening, really, do you?
No.
Okay, witnessing this brutal assault. An elf steps out from this building, knocks an arrow and shoots at Ragnarok.
Where is this elf? Oh, him. Okay. I'll go dodge then.
Dodge, yeah. Let me shoot you first before you bother dodging.
Okay.
'Cause you may not need to. Yeah, so you can dodge, but it's flip to fail.
Okay. Oh, can you synergize dodge?
Yes. We've established very early on through a complete laxity that you synergize anything.
Except attacks.
Yeah. Even then you really should, I don't know.
Okay.
Oh, go on.
Nice.
So even with
Oh,
a flip
yeah.
to fail, you still succeed. That is awesome.
Well done,
You
Ragrat.
sort of, woo, woo, woo. This arrow thongs into the corner of the building.
Lucky.
Did it hit the killer tree thing?
It doesn't. It's an impossible shot.
It hits that maimed foot card.
And it,
It does hit that mean foot card. And the elf looks amazed that you managed to avoid his attack. So he's moved, he's shot, he's going to keep an AP for reactions, because that seems wise. Narmia is unconscious, I believe. Bug.
Yeah, she's
She's buggered.
Amazing. Right, let's move Bug down this way, and that'll be it. He's staying low for the moment.
Very sensible. Keep the animals out of this situation. You can just hide behind this giant Sauron's eye here.
Yeah.
Why doesn't he just bite the neck of the one that's prostrate?
yeah, you could start chewing on an elf.
He could, yes, but he's ammunition.
yeah, true. Yeah.
What, the elf or the dog? I mean the elf.
The elf.
Just checking. What's Jabir up to then? As if I couldn't guess.
You're gonna throw an elf, aren't you?
Throw an elf at that
Go
elf
on.
who's just emerged and shot Ragrat. I'll try to. Is that what you're up to? Or are you gonna chuck tridents? Or... Oh, he's left the building. Oh, something of an emergency must have happened, clearly.
Flanders was. He's gone.
It's helped up.
He's herped up.
Yeah.
Whilst we wait for Ragrat to unherp up, do you want to take an action?
He's back.
Oh,
Sorry, I had to let the mission in.
I guessed as much. I thought you were maybe you were flouncing because I said something rude about your dog.
No. Right. Let's use both of those for the move and throwing this elf.
Yeah, go for it. Hustle over there, grab the elf body, hurl it at the other elf. It's a proven
So
strategy.
do you injure both of them?
Yeah. The
Yeah,
other one's not.
he's not dead, but he might as well be. He's paralysed. Oh my.
Oh my god, go on. Jesus.
So how much damage technically could you do? It's
Brawn
2d.
bonus.
Right, so that's with my
2d6.
brawn bonus. That's 14. With
If it's 2d6, then it's 12 plus 14, right?
Yes, that's 27. Alright, so with a crit you do 27. That's just how it works.
Jesus.
That is to both Sylvan Elves take 27. So that kills the one that's paralysed. For sure. Let's put him out of his misery. The other one who's been hit, I'll just use him as a missile. Boop. 27. I mean, honestly. So that's lightly, moderately, seriously, grievously, plus 6 to that. Oh, that's 1 point from slain. He's actually grievously injured and was 1 point away from being slain.
Was it?
come on! Jesus Christ!
But it was a crit. So he's slain. So you kill both of them in one go.
Beautiful.
Because I can't let 1 point stand between you and an epic double kill.
A double kill.
Yeah, somewhere in the woods, there's just a chorus of crows, and it comes out as double kill. I don't believe that's the last action of the evening. Oh, awesome, sir.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well done, everybody. Great moves.
Yeah.
They're hard work, these elves. They're tough, but you are making good weather.
Except when they're up against their own throne selves.
They are not
Yeah,
tough.
yeah.
Who would be?
Elves.
Could you?
Elves make a very good throwing weapon, apparently.
Well, when thrown by you, yeah.
There's one left, I think, isn't there, over here?
That you know of
We know.
right now, yeah. But I mean, they have been skulking around and hiding.
3, 4, 5, and then the Hobbit. There could be another one somewhere.
Could be. We'll resolve that next time.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. I enjoyed it.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.